Don't nobody check on you and see how you doing anyway.
Why is nobody checking?
They don't. I told you one of my old hoes was like, come to Charlotte. Nick, hello to you too. You haven't even checked on me all COVID, but you want me to hop on a plane to come get on it. You know what I mean?
Oh, it's so shitty.
Nobody cares.
They don't care about us, bro.
They don't.
They don't care
Nobody
about us.
cares.
That's trash.
Well, you know what? I need y'all to care.
I need y'all to care.
That's what I need y'all
Care
to do
about me.
is care. No, they
Care
don't.
about me.
They just want that dick wet. Sorry. All right, I'm starting.
Welcome. Well,
Oh, yes. Come on, give them vocals, baby.
I love this song.
Because they can't hear us on the tube.
La da da da. Yes.
Wait, is that an auntie dance?
Yeah. Anything with shoulders is an auntie dance.
Wait.
Whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Man, listen. I heard that I was being talked about in Clubhouse over the weekend, and that people requested that I sing more. So I feel like on
there
every
you go,
intro,
you
it's
did.
gotta, like every week now, we got to give y'all.
Let them know that deep rasp comes with some tunes.
It does. It does, in fact.
Hey guys, welcome. We is here. We here. See, the thing is, and if y'all are watching on the tube, it does look a little different, huh?
Yeah.
Damn, that mall chair is empty over there.
It's actually the Mandii chair. It's not the mall
Let's
chair.
do that.
It's
Let's
the
do that.
Mandii
Let's
chair.
switch it up. Let's
It's the
switch it up
Mandii
one
chair.
time. Y'all, we will be, I guess let's do our quick catch up before we call Liv. Liv, as you guys all know, had surgery this week.
Yes.
And
She's great.
Yeah,
She's doing fine.
She is. Send your prayers. She's just in recovery right now and couldn't make it. I will say I do love a piece of this allows y'all to come in and see that we are human.
Yes.
Not only did we start this podcast in the middle of a pandemic, which is one thing in itself. A couple weeks in, I fucking caught COVID. Then Joe caught COVID.
Yeah.
And outside of dealing with that pandemic as women, we still also have a lot of other things that we're dealing with.
That's true.
And I love that Liv has opened up about sharing that she was battling with fibroids, especially because that is very common amongst Black women specifically.
Rampant.
And so I just really love too. Yes, it's been up and downs. Yes, y'all are probably listening to us like, damn, another switch up. But I think that it means a lot that we are showing y'all that we still are human.
Absolutely.
And we're going to battle those things the same way you may not be able to go to work because you're sick or a family member passed. We are human and we're going with real life things too.
Mm-hmm.
And so I just love that, y'all are on this journey with us.
Yeah, listen, every week it's a new adventure.
God,
it's literally like Dora the Explorer in here. Like it's really an adventure. It's something new every week. But I am happy that we are going to be able to call Liv in a little bit and get caught up with her because this past weekend was cool. This past week was really it was
I just saw this whole yesterday.
It was. I know. It's like we have to. Every time we come in here, we anytime we see each other in real life now, we got to be like, "Hey, good to see you." Say that shit for the pod. Don't say nothing else to me, okay? Like it's good to see you, bitch, but shut up, because we gotta converse tomorrow about this real life shit.
That is literally what happened.
But yeah, I mean, this was like the first week of December ish. So y'all know that I'm a holiday whore. Like I am obsessed with Christmas. Absolutely obsessed. I've been shopping for trees. I've been going to different vendors trying to find my tree. I only ever do real trees, Douglas firs, Fraser firs. I'm a tree connoisseur in those kind of trees, not the other kind of trees that I'm sure some of y'all like to indulge in. But yeah, I'm a Christmas tree connoisseur. So yeah, I'm getting my tree this week. I can't wait. I'm so hyped, super hyped.
Not me.
Christmas music is going crazy. Mariah Carey released her Christmas special on Apple TV Plus.
Is that the one? That's not what she did with the performance with Ariana Grande and Jennifer Hudson? Mm-hmm. They did that. I'll tell you that.
Listen, Ariana Grande, Mariah Carey, Jennifer Hudson. I mean, who else do we need to add to? I mean, Jasmine Sullivan, we could have added to the vocal mix, not gonna front. But either way.
Y'all can hear the voices through a picture.
Okay.
It just sounds loud before I even listen to it.
Like I would have paid to be an elf in this special. You know what I'm saying? Y'all could have given me this red felt suit and I would have just shown up and worn that and just been in the background singing background Christmas shit.
I also just love that even next to Mariah and Jennifer, Ariana still gave us this goddamn ponytail.
Let me tell you something. Ariana is going to give you this half up, half down, bump it. Showing my age. Bump it. Auntie life. This bump it over in the ponytail for the rest of her life, and I'm here for it. It's on brand. Go off, sis. Jennifer Hudson looks good as shit too.
She looks
Can we just
so
talk
good.
about this body in this green dress? I
body
love it.
yada yada
Go
yada.
ahead, J. Hud.
Body yada yada yada.
Today is not the day for this.
I really was working on it. I'm not.
Yo.
Oh yeah, you right. The titties just went up and down. By the way, welcome to Titty Tuesday.
Welcome to Titty
For those of
Tuesday.
y'all watching us on the tube.
Mine are carefully crafted and covered because it's cold as fuck outside.
Hoes don't get cold, baby. Hoes don't get cold.
That's okay.
And even though my wholeness has been deleted,
I was gonna say,
I think that's a part of me. It's always inside of you.
You're just a Florida girl. You can't help yourself. You
Which
gotta
means-
have your skin out. That's totally fine.
That's what it is, right?
That's not your whole life. That's just you.
Bitch, I moved up. I swear to God, I moved up to New York and I was like spandex all year round. Fine, because that's what we do in Florida.
Year round. It's just,
And a bitch was,
It's just a difference between biker shorts and leggings. That's all it is.
Well, I was up here doing that shit. Anyways, I know you've been doing Christmas this week. For me, I don't know. It's just been a lot of work. I'm, like I said, with my company, I'm dealing with manufacturers and doing all of that. But I mean, I have a cat. I don't have kids.
Your
I don't know.
cat is an asshole.
He is bad as fuck.
Why?
And I'm not talking about this pussy, baby. I'm talking about the pussy I own.
You own yours too.
I do own my pussy.
Hold on, bitch.
I own both pussies.
Somebody else own it?
Yeah, he's bad as fuck. So that's why like a Christmas tree to me just doesn't make sense because I'm just gonna it's gonna stress me out.
You have to get a plastic one that's potentially flammable and put like recycled lights on it so that nothing happens to it. You got to do like the fake tree. You can't do a real tree with a cat.
Yeah, nah. I'm just not gonna do a tree. Period.
Why?
Because I don't
What if you
know.
did a little one, like one that goes on top of a table? We could get one of those.
For that, I'll just buy a plant.
No, because that'll just die. Just get a tree. Look at Barris. We're not even taking it. Barris.
I know.
We gonna have to go back to Home Depot and
we should have got a fake
refresh.
plant. We just should have.
We tried.
We did.
We did try to find a fake plant, but you know what? It was kind of like if we buy one from Overstock, it's not going to be the right size, the right texture.
It came in looking raggedy.
Listen. If we order it from Wayfair, it might be a child. We don't, it's not worth the risk. It's not worth the risk. If this plant dies, all right, we'll buy another one. It's not, it's not that deep. We can just get
That's right, because on the Joe Budden budget, we're going to go ahead and get that $30,000 tree. That's why it might be a kid. Speaking of the man.
The man, the myth, the maskless
You know
legend.
what? This man sat in his motherfucking in my chair and talked shit about my COVID having ass while the nigga at a whole ass Jamaican party bullet with no mask on, and he ain't gonna tell me even if he has one that is going to stop COVID from going through that guy. And he got the bullshit mask. That blue mask really don't say nothing.
It just made me laugh though to see the picture. I chuckled. I had to chuckle to myself
when
chuckled? Because I saw the picture of him, of Joe and Nori with the masks tucked under the chin, smiling. Like, like if y'all don't get the fuck out of here, like, put the mask on, bro. We know it's y'all.
I really don't know why y'all sit here and think that just because you got the mask up under you as a chin guard, it means you're wearing a mask. Because they could have just took the masks off.
I mean,
if they was gonna do this.
People can live how they want to live. All I will say is I don't want to hear shit about COVID nothing from Joe.
Facts.
After he took his talents and his own COVID mic
to motherfucking
Miami.
South Beach.
Don't want to hear it no more, sir.
Don't. And you know what's crazy? He scrunched his nose up because I was thinking about taking my little ass to Atlanta. And he was just like,
nope.
Nah, you had COVID.
You don't need to be outside. You don't need to be outside.
I know. I mean, I just be with my man in real life. We be hiking and shit.
You be minding your business and staying out the way.
I sure do.
Except here, we don't mind our business here. We mind everybody else's business here.
We sure do.
Listen, I'm here for it. It's a lot of fun. It's great. We get to laugh. We get to have fun. We get to catch up with each other.
I just love that we're all hypocrites. Yay! Celebration for the hypocrisy.
Yay!
Anyways, you want to go ahead and see how
Let's get Liv locked in because I really miss her. She's the one that balances our hypocrisy out.
She really does, because I feel like I'm going to be judging people for the same shit I do in real life, but y'all just stay out of my comments, all right? Actually, you know what? I welcome y'all because I be petty as fuck and I be responding back to them.
Me too.
Shout out to the YouTubers. Shout out to y'all who listen to us on Audio Max, SoundCloud, Apple Podcasts.
Yeah.
Shout out to all y'all. And I really do want to shout out again to the people who write us all the time on Twitter. And I guess someone also said we should shout out the UPS workers and USPS. However, y'all lost 20 of my packages. So
oh dear.
I know I'm supposed to shout y'all out because you listening, but goddamn, y'all need to get your shit together.
Well, I mean, and I feel like this is the week everybody's supposed to be ordering their Christmas gifts too, because I'm afraid of delays and shit like that. Like I've been ordering everything, and I feel like everything is gonna like pop up in the next like week and a half. Right before Christmas, everything is gonna arrive. So it's just,
I will say too, y'all might want to check. I've never had an issue with my packages. Mm-hmm. My Amazon package last week, mind you, it was just cat food. It was cut open. I was like, oh, y'all are starting to look in these boxes. It's about that time. Yeah, so y'all be careful with getting your packages and make sure you track that shit in you home when they say it's going to be delivered.
Yeah. Or you know what you could do too? Have them keep it at the facility and pick it up. I do that with FedEx a lot.
Nigga saw it with Sheba and was like, nah, I'm cool. You can keep the cat food, sis. I don't want that.
Oh, man. I can't. All right, let's get Liv on the line, shall we? Let's call her up.
There we go.
Is it
coming through this?
Is it coming through?
It is coming through? I don't hear it.
Oh, what just happened here, sis?
Hello.
There we go.
Hey.
Hi, guys.
We miss you so much.
I miss you guys.
It's so weird, like having the loudness of the room right on my left side instead of my right.
Ow.
It's so strange, but you know what? It's okay. We're doing all right. We're okay without you. I feel like this is our first week. This is like our first day of school, and Mom just dropped us off, and this is like the courtesy call. Like, Mom, we're okay. We have not burned the school down. We're doing fine.
How are you doing over there? Everyone knows that you just had surgery, but are you doing well in recovery over there?
Recovery is going well. It's just, I guess I underestimated it. I underestimated it because I know I'm a tough bitch. So
yes,
anything I go through, like I'm gonna go through it, boom, boom, boom. But I didn't realize how intense this particular surgery is until I actually went through it. So recovery, it's taking some time, but I'm getting there. I'll be back next week, no problem. But yeah.
We do all, I think we're invincible. And even when we go up against something like fibroids or a surgery, we be like, we'll be all right.
Surgery, we do that with everything.
We do.
Like, no, it's fine. Right. I can eat this, even though I'm allergic. I can, you know what I'm saying? It's always something that we feel like we can overcome. But it doesn't mean we're not overcoming. It just means it's a little sticky.
Well,
I've been, just laughing on Twitter, even though I shouldn't be laughing because it hurts to laugh.
Oh, shit.
It hurts to laugh. It hurts so bad.
Damn.
But I'm taking my time. I'm probably gonna go for a walk a little later because they say walk.
Oh.
You have
with
to.
The healing process. So yeah.
After any surgery, really, they suggest to walk to eliminate the risks of blood clots.
Damn.
When I got my surgery, and I've shared it all, everywhere. I had the gastric sleeve surgery, and literally, as I'm in the hospital in my bed, they're like, you need to get up and walk. And I was in so much pain too. And I'm like, all right, fine. So, you battle with kind of your limitations on what it really is versus reality.
Right.
And I think, Liv was like, I'll be good. I'll see y'all Sunday. I'll see y'all Monday. And I'm glad that you chose health over anything. And we kind of open with that. Like, I think we do push ourselves to get right back into it. And if we're sick, we push through it and go to work, even though we know, bitch, we're sick. Like, give our bodies that time.
Yeah.
So I'm glad that you put yourself first.
Are you going to binge watch any good shows? Do you have anything on your watch list?
I don't know yet. I was gonna give Power Book a chance.
Ugh.
Oh dear.
Okay.
That's how bored I am.
You know what? It's not that bad. We watched it. We watched it last night, and it's not that bad. I think I was more excited for the return of it than I was in full awareness of how bad it is sometimes.
Well, sis, I'll give you a good show to to binge. It's called The Real Housewives of Potomac. Bitch, it is good, honey. It is hot mess that is just great.
I have PTSD with reality TV, so
She's not suggesting any of that.
I don't subscribe.
I get it.
I don't subscribe. It's not that I think it's bad. I can't. When I watch shows like that, I'm like, oh, I understand what these women feel like when it's like, bitch, what are you talking about? That's not what we discussed before these cameras turned on. Who are you right now? I be having those moments where I'm like screaming at the television, so I just gotta not subscribe. I can't watch. I can't.
I'll be very honest with you. Potomac gives me a lot of Larsa bars.
Larsa
bars. No.
Are these bars for you? So you know what? Let's go ahead.
Larsa had many bars this week.
Many bars? Chocolate bars, I would say. I guess you know what?
God.
Larsa is busy, bro.
Everybody was tweeting us when this happened, which is why we had to make sure we got you in to say Larsa. But for those of y'all who are not hip on what we're talking about, Larsa was spotted with 24-year-old married NBA player Malik Beasley of the Minnesota Timberwolves last week in the airport. They was holding hands, baby. And as we know, y'all, she is still married to that of Mr. Scottie Pippen. Damn. What are your thoughts on, I know we talked about her name dropping Tristan, Liv. We talked about her being with Future and it embarrassing the Pippen legacy. What you think about this, though?
I asked Larsa, is this bars for you? And she said, yes, gal. Bars.
Yes, gal.
I think it's literally up to a point where like you just have to accept, you know what? This is this woman's hustle. This is her career. She is, I guess, for lack of better term, an innovator of making this her career within a subdivision of the NBA.
All right, dear.
I'm just pulling here. Yeah, I think this is her career as seen as a subdivision of the NBA association. I really do feel like I studied it. I looked at it, especially with this new entanglement relationship that has come about.
Yeah.
I will say too,
I feel sorry for their son.
Future is for sure writing her captions. I think Future's still in the cut too. If you done seen Larsa's captions lately, can we pull up some of her captions? Because she been responding to y'all. She said, maybe spend more time loving and less hating. I'm not changing my life, but it might change yours. I know that's right.
It's not changing my life.
She said this pussy gonna change your life. She said some other shit too. I mean,
her son said something too, right? Her son, Scottie Pippen Jr. A lot of people have been attacking him on the internet, which I think is awful.
I think that's trash. Yeah.
It just sucks. It's the internet. So at the end of the day, like everybody's gonna do what they want to do on Twitter. But I just think it's shitty to hit somebody about their mother on the internet.
But you know what's crazy? Men don't get the same energy.
They surely don't.
Men are out here cheating on their wives. Men are having multiple babies and all this. And I don't think that the men get attacked for the harm that they put onto women the same way she is. I'm not gonna hold you. I kind of like that Larsa out here living her motherfucking life. We also don't know what arrangement her and Pippen have in their relationship.
We don't, but I would go on a limb without having without having to have that conversation with anybody personally and assume that a man in any arrangement that's while married is not going to be cool with his wife parading around with whoever, wherever, whenever, however.
What if they open
I just can't imagine that.
Or maybe he's a cuckold. Maybe he likes the humiliation aspect of it. There's a lot of ways. Am I reaching here?
I think you're reaching. The cuckold might be a thing, but I feel like that's behind closed doors. I don't think that's going to be for everybody. I don't think that's going to be for everybody to know.
What'd you say, Liv?
I'm assuming there's no prenup, and that's why this open marriage thing is happening. What I do have to say to Scottie, a rose is still a rose.
All right.
Rose is still a rose.
Baby girl.
Still a flower. Please, Scottie. I don't know what to do, what you should do at this point in time. I think got to be done.
I think he's doing the best thing he can, which is to just be quiet and mind his business and keep it pushing. You know what I'm saying? Which I think is What I will say, in agreement with what Mandii said, is the fact that men never get this kind of treatment when men are out here. So even though I don't know what the situation is, what the arrangement is. It's kind of like women. When this happens with men, keeper? I don't know if it's a cheaper to keep it, but when this happens with men and women are on the receiving end, we let things bother us, right? Mm-hmm. We talked about this a couple weeks ago.
We did.
Kevin Hart's comedy special, Zero Fucks Given, he literally talks about the fact that women do not know how to not give a fuck. We don't know how to not care.
Yeah, we don't.
We don't know how to not be invested. We don't know how to not get emotional and not even just emotional, but we don't know how to not take things personally, right? And get involved and respond and react. A lot of us don't know how to do that. And, you know, sometimes when we think, what happened? Did we lose her?
Yeah, we might have just called
we lost her. Come back, Liv. I don't know.
Yep.
Come back.
Back.
We lost you.
You back.
No, I was saying that sometimes in those situations, like we just don't, we let ourselves look stupid, and a lot of time it's our fault. Like you said, we don't know the ins and the outs. But
I ain't gonna hold you though. This is Larsa not giving a fuck.
I don't know though. We don't know. We don't know
would,
what the situation is. This might be in response to some bullshit that's going on.
And you think this is
to
how
be honest,
she's reacting?
I'm looking at this like she knows. She's a grown ass woman. She's been a wife for a number of years. She's a mother. She knows what the fuck is going on. She knows what she's doing. So at the end of the day, this could be in response to some bullshit going on behind closed doors. We don't know. This might be some rebellious act on her part to embarrass him. The problem is, as women, we put ourselves in situations like that and respond, and we end up looking stupid. We end up looking worse than the guys that might have played us.
It's
kind of like some stupid shit.
It's kind of like the revenge fuck. Like if you go and you want to make your man mad, so you want to fuck his homeboy or fuck someone he knows or fuck his competition.
Right.
At the end of the day, if people know y'all are together, you're embarrassing the both of you.
Right.
But as women, we embarrass ourselves.
It always looks worse on us,
which
is shitty because it's a double standard. But it does. It always looks worse on us. We always end up looking stupid out here for these niggas. I'm tired.
And the friend never has better dick, y'all. So just don't do that.
Never.
The revenge fuck is never even better than the man you. I'm sorry. I'm speaking from experience here. It's just be like, why did I do that?
I don't think I've ever fucked anybody's friends. I don't think I fucked anybody's friends. Not on purpose. Teammate? No. No. I had to think about it. No, they weren't a teammate. No, same league, not the same team.
Okay,
not same team.
What about you, Liv? Have you ever felt like you've steered clear, or have you done a revenge fuck?
Revenge fuck? No, but I have fucked a friend.
Oh, cool. Okay, but it wasn't off the revenge. You was just like, fuck what he gonna think.
Later,
it didn't count.
It
didn't count. Y'all weren't even close friends anymore. That doesn't even count.
Right, like we weren't even cool like that anymore. Like,
mad stipulations. I always give shit mad. There's mad stipulations. Nope, I'm sorry. I think of it like credit. If it happened more than 7 years ago, I'm sorry, it disappears.
It's a race.
Disappears. That's how that works. When you run my credit report, some shit that was there 10 years ago,
that relationship done fell off.
No, and like Meg Thee Stallion says, if it wasn't hitting, it didn't happen. It just
damn, a whole lot of niggas ain't happen then.
This is what I'm saying.
Is that how we get our body counts? Like if it didn't hit, it didn't happen.
If it was absolutely deplorable and insufferable dick, it didn't happen. That's how I feel.
Well, I'm gonna tell you now, bitch. I got a boyfriend, so I done only had one dick in my life, baby. Because the way that dick is hitting, it ain't none of the other ones hit like that.
Listen, I'm cool. I'm cool with my man's being the last one that I ever fucked for the rest of my life. I'm cool with that.
You know what? So I've only had one dick. You've only had one dick, and Liv is a virgin since she's single. I love it.
Okay,
we are the queens of in here.
She is the Virgin Mary, honey. That conception was immaculate. Okay.
Hello.
Immaculate. My girl is a virgin out here in all holes. Okay.
I guess, Liv, before we let you go, you're not here. We're about to get into this versus battle that is gonna take place this weekend. Who you got, girl? Ashanti or Keyshia Cole, baby?
It's a tough one. This is like one of the most fair matchups
that
Versus has had so far.
Mm-hmm.
Like super fair. I'm New York biased.
Woo! There we are.
Am.
Okay.
I am.
New York bias.
I am. Ashanti.
Uh-oh.
Top of songwriting hits.
Yep.
Never to take away from Keyshia because Keyshia is a beast with the love songs and the album. Like, she's a beast. But Ashanti got hits. So
Yeah.
She said hits.
She does have hits.
Okay,
I mean, I pulled up both discographies.
I do just want to, before we get Liv go, because I actually like Keyshia in this matchup a little bit more. But I would like to say, although I am not a fan of the Stars and Moons, shut the fuck out. Shout out to the Libras.
Y'all are so
Libra gang.
Go ahead, Liv. Libra gang, baby.
Y'all are annoying.
Are we annoying?
Yeah,
it's the balance.
Yeah, we are. It's fine. It's cool. You love us.
Jesus,
All
I do.
right,
I love
so I
y'all.
guess
I do.
it's 2 against 1. Both of y'all got Ashanti.
My
We
money's
about
on
to-
Ashanti.
I guess we'll break that down a little bit. But Liv, please recover, get better. Every one of y'all listening, either on the YouTube or just audibly, make sure y'all go ahead. What happened?
That was such an auntie thing to say. If y'all are listening on the YouTube,
like the Facebook,
like the Facebook,
And the pod, y'all listen on the YouTube.
Yeah.
Podcast.
you know what? Let me stop with the goddamn auntie vibes. All right.
it's okay. It's all right. You got your titties out. It's not.
I sure do.
good.
This is giving cousin vibes right now. This is giving cousin. You somebody cousin. Like, oh yeah, we know her. That's somebody's. What's her name's child? That's auntie somebody's child acting up.
That's Anisha's cousin.
Right.
You know.
Yeah.
Well, Liv, recover well. We wish
We love you.
Definitely a
Thank
speedy
you. Love you guys
recovery.
too.
Can't wait to have you back in your spot. I am keeping your seat warm over here.
She sure is. She got on leather pants for you. She came in dressed to kill today for you.
I came in here with like Liv. Hold on, this is for Liv. Y'all watch.
She got on a hat.
Hold on, y'all.
She got on a hat and a
fur.
red fur coat. Yeah.
Yeah, she in her 90s bag.
Liv,
She's
I'm
in her
your
90s bag.
baby.
She's in her summertime bag with her titties out also. And I love it. I feel like her date. I feel like her yeah.
You feel me? I had to have the
I'm over
titties
here
out for it.
in my turtleneck in my little side part, so I feel like her date.
Well, Liv, thank you for joining us again. All of y'all send
Of course.
well wishes
Yes.
to Liv. We can't wait to have you back over here on the couch.
Thank you. I'll be back next week, y'all.
Yes.
Look,
Get
she
well
said
soon,
she
babe.
back.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. Oh.
Miss Liv.
Nah, I love her energy that she's brought. I just love like how this is really getting our chemistry. Is getting y'all. We are hanging out outside of the pod too. I mean, I don't know if you had to run last week, but me and Liv went on a 2 for $20 day, baby.
I saw.
We was like, we gonna go on over to the Applebee's.
I'm pissed
baby.
that I missed the Happy's. Applebee's still have that $1 margarita deal.
I don't know. We might. You know what's crazy is one of those where I was like, Liv, we could take each other on this, but a man better never.
2 for $20.
The 2 for $20.
Oh yeah, no, that's out.
There's things
Don't do
that
that.
you'll do with your homegirls where it's
Yeah.
just like a man couldn't do this, okay? Let me do it because I'm just with my homegirl. We just pulling up real quick. But a man cannot take me here.
Why not though?
Here we go.
Why not?
I don't know. I feel like because that was just a convenience, I think men should do more of catering or put more thought into if they take you out on a date or y'all want to have dinner. I just think that that's what it should be. Okay. The courting is just differently. The aesthetic is different clearly than an Applebee's.
What if it's not like a date though, and y'all are like, oh, you want to get some food? Yeah, let's get some food. And then he suggests 2 for $20 at Applebee's. Is that
Yeah, that's
still
a no. That's a no for me.
Oh, okay.
That's a no for me. I mean, we literally went there because it's convenient, but
I would never be like, yo, Applebee's.
Let's go fuck up a 2 for $20 sizzling platter. Like, ooh, I can't wait to see the onions and peppers come out sizzling. Like, that's not something I crave. I don't care about the little hot plate in front of me. You feel me?
I mean,
that is what I ordered though.
I was gonna say like that shit sounds just as exciting as the chefs cooking at Benihana. It's the same shit. It's the same
it
level
is
of
not.
excitement.
Let's not tell these men
Yes, it fucking
a
is.
2 for $20 is the same as Benihana's.
Same fucking
We about
shit.
to fuck some-
Applebee's and Benihana is the same shit,
Is it?
in my opinion.
Oh, they gonna come for you. I
Here
think that's
we
a little
go.
step up.
Here we go. Well,
I
the
mean-
gamers can't come for me on that one because they don't have anywhere to plug the games in at Applebee's or Benihana. So y'all can't come for me on this one.
Oh, hey, you know what? They've been coming 3 weeks in, a month in.
If I've read y'all some of the messages that I've gotten, first of all, the comments are comedy because it just proves the point that was made.
It proves our point. Little dick energy,
Well,
my
see,
nigga.
And to be
You didn't
fair,
say that.
I
I
didn't
said
say
it.
that. And I don't know anything about gamer dick. I don't know anything about it. I'm completely unfamiliar, not versed in it whatsoever. So I
She
wasn't
said
talking about
gamer
y'all
dick.
sex. I don't give a fuck about how y'all be having sex. I don't care.
I don't think they do. That's why they have all the time in the world.
The only
now.
thing, my only point was, if y'all are playing for that, if y'all are doing all of that and y'all are not making money off of it for real, it's silly to me. That was my point. And it proved my point because they were nasty comments from men.
From men.
Like y'all are like, who raised y'all?
We had a 13-minute
You talk to your mother with that mouth? Like,
did you see the video?
No, I don't watch it. I didn't want to watch it.
I didn't want to give him 13 minutes of my life.
I don't care. I don't care.
All right, let's get back to Verzuz. Let's get back to Verzuz.
Verzuz. Ashanti is going to body this. I love Keyshia Cole's discography. I'm a huge fan of her music, but Glen Cove, Long Island is good. I can't even say it. Glen Cove. Getting all wrapped up here. Glen Cove, Long Island is going to be in the building. I really feel like Ashanti is going to take this home.
I kind of want to talk about, though, to me, though, when I think of Ashanti, I immediately go to her features. Not necessarily. I think she may have 3 or 4 songs that we could be like, ooh, but you could list, like, Keyshia Cole has a body
3 or 4
of work that, like, to this day, I still... On the side, I'd be like, I should have cheated. And I ain't a singer, bitch. Don't quote me on it. But I still I love Keyshia and what she gave us. And I think that against Ashanti, I think she might got it.
I mean, I don't know. Only a couple songs?
Foolish, Unfoolish, But see, this is Ja's song.
No. This is Ashanti's song, Happy.
This is actually my least favorite song of her. Oh my God, this is Dancery by Mary J. Blige.
This is not
Dancery. I'm so happy. Like, I hate this song.
Wow.
For you. Also,
You're
I just
bugging.
hate this song from her. This is the Dancery. I hate Happy.
This is the fucking
This is my least favorite song from Ashanti, actually. So the fact that that's where you first went, Baby, I do like Baby. I like Baby. Like, she got like 3 or 4 to them, 4 or 5.
You're bugging.
Okay.
You're bugging. This is
all right. So I guess
come on
let me
now.
pull up the Keyshia joints then, because
Come on. You cannot front on this record.
Oh, baby.
You can't front on this. Yeah, come on.
You know what's crazy? I guess because when I listen to music, I like to feel music. I don't think Ashanti ever made me feel outside of the Unfoolish and the other one.
You, baby. Always thinking of you, baby.
Maybe because I ain't really feel this way about a nigga in a long time either. Oh, baby.
I'm a love muffin, so I love the Ashanti record.
Yeah, I mean, to me, Ashanti just gave more like cool music, but I felt Keyshia when she was singing. I felt Keyshia when she was singing.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
There are a couple. No, Keyshia got records, but I'm just saying. Oh yeah, come on, absolutely.
When she plays this, I
this
just want to
could
know.
come on in the club, no matter what club, no matter how hood, and every single person is singing this shit at the top of their lungs. Like, you know how everybody's all the guys do Meek Mill's intro. All the women sing this. This is our Meek Mill intro.
This is literally, not this is our Meek Mill intro.
This is our Meek Mill intro. This is where every woman is going to sing this in the club.
What song is beating this? This is the one that she got, right?
Foolish,
this is a definite?
Foolish to me beats this.
I
think Foolish beats this.
This one too?
No. This one. I didn't say Foolish beats this.
I'm just saying, Love, I Should Have Cheated. These are like songs.
Yes. This is fantastic. It's a great record. I'm not saying Keyshia don't have hits.
Okay.
I'm not saying she don't have hits.
First of all, let me say, accuse me of all the shit. I love it.
Guilty of. Yeah.
Hello.
It's a good song.
Hello.
Keyshia wrote the fuck out that record too.
Hello.
I'm not fronting on Keyshia Cole at all. I just think hit wise, Ashanti just got. Because the thing is too, Ashanti does have more features. She has her own set of records, and then she got features. So I just think in the features department too. Ooh, that Murder Inc. Moment, that streak just set her apart a little bit.
I think it's gonna be close. I think a lot of people, I guess, unfortunately, still put Keyshia Cole after her music. Unfortunately, she went the fucking reality TV route.
Do you think that hurt her?
I do. I'm not gonna lie. And I know you were on Love and Hip Hop too, and I'll say that I think that when you go the reality TV route, unfortunately, especially with the changes of the decades and generations, now you have people viewing you as a reality TV show person, not an actual artist. And I think a lot of people who end up in that unfortunate realm of Love and Hip Hop now and all of the things that VH1 has fucking brought us, I think it's actually more damaging to careers. I'll be honest with you. I think that one person that I can think of that completely ruined her, I think, well, she's probably also not the best to work with, is from what I hear, is K. Michelle. K. Michelle is fucking talented. Us seeing the person that she is makes her easy to not like.
The hard thing about Love and Hip Hop, though, is that you don't always have, and I can say this from experience, you don't always have control over how you're portrayed in a lot of these situations. The reactions are in real time, the responses are in real time, but more often than not, the scenarios and the situations that get produced, I won't say it's not scripted by any means, but it's definitely produced. It's definitely you are definitely placed in an inflammatory situation to respond most of the time at your worst. And so I have to say, like, there's always more to the story than what you see on TV. Always. So that's not a fair assessment necessarily of who a person is. Now, can we go off of other people's accounts of having worked with and dealt with K. Michelle on separate issues? Sure. A lot of people have said that she's not the easiest to work with and she's not the nicest person, which, I mean, to be honest, can be said about pretty much every successful woman that we hear about in the music industry anyway. So
I wanted to ask you, though, because a lot of people assume TV is visibility, all press is good press. With you being an artist, did you feel like Love and Hip Hop would have a positive impact on your career as an artist? Because even I feel like your storyline on there was even more of your personal life, not really your artistry life. So to me, how do you feel like that impacted you as an artist?
The first season that I joined, I did it with my ex-boyfriend. And so the focal point was about, and I was making music with Ray J, which ended up being a complete train wreck. So in lieu of that being a train wreck, then it was really, the pressure then came on us as a couple, my ex and I, to provide more shit for the storyline rather than it be centered around the music, right? Which was awful. I mean, for me it was awful. For him it was awful. I mean, we were not pleased with how we came across on the show at all.
But you have no control in that, right?
No, not really. I mean, but the other part of it is too, we were also not off camera. We were also not in a good stable place. So all of the things that transpired then on the show just made our actual relationship at home really difficult. And so that's the part that people get fucked up, right? Because the second season I did fucking flying colors. It was great. You know what I'm saying? Brooke and I squashed our beef in real life and became friends and got really close and ended up being able to bond more on the show. We all went through a lot with each other. Tierra Marie, Nikki Baby, Moniece, we all connected. Paris, we all really bonded, and the focal point of my storyline in that season was completely my music. I didn't talk about anything else but my music. If I got involved in some messy shit, it was somebody else's messy shit. But for the most part, I put an album out. It was my first full-length album. We went to London with the cast to promote my shit. Like, it was, that time around, it was redemptive for me, in my opinion. I felt like that was much more, that worked in my favor, right? Because at the end of the day, people were getting to see more of my personality, but also in conjunction with my music versus it just being like, oh yeah, this girl cheated on her man, and now these two light-skinned people look fucking stupid on TV. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was, which was whack to me too, that we had to even add that into the storyline at the time, because that infidelity shit was like 4 years prior. That wasn't even anything recent. So we were rehashing some shit from our past that really wasn't holding any weight in the relationship, but that ended up being the focus.
And that ended up
and it worked against us, and it ended the relationship ultimately. It worked against us both, and we broke up on the show, like in an episode. It was awful. But anyway.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess that's my thing with, you know, maybe Keyshia Cole getting, I think for her it worked against her because her family was the ghetto.
It was
bitch, her mama, her sister. It was just like, it was a lot. And I think that overshadowed her as a talented artist.
The problem with these reality shows is they're going based off of a storyline that's being produced, right? So you're dealing with people and personalities in real time that are figuring out how to heal and how to work through shit and cope off camera. And then you factor in a camera, and it's like, it just amplifies all the shit that's dysfunctional, right? And so with the Keyshia Cole show, what I thought was unfortunate is the fact that there was a lot of real life issues and real life shit going on that even without the cameras, they were struggling to get through as a family. And we watched everything fucking unravel, and every character, every person in her family, in her life unravel on camera. And I don't think that should have been a smite to her her as an artist or as a person. I think she was trying to bring her family together and help everybody move, you know what I mean, move and grow simultaneously with her career. But I don't know. It just wasn't. It didn't highlight everybody in the best way. But what reality shows ever do, if we're being honest?
Facts. I'm not gonna hold you. That was one of the things where I'm just like, I did actually three castings for different TV shows, and a part of me was always just like, I wonder what I'm gonna look like on fucking TV. And I think you go into wanting to be someone that's liked. Yeah. I mean, shit. Even with this podcast, we see people choose favorites off rip. We see people be like,
and we all get grouped in. We all get grouped in with somebody's opinion. If Mandii says some shit, then people get pissed off and whatever at me and Liv. And it's like, I didn't even fucking say that. I don't even know what she said. Like, what?
I wanted to, you know what's crazy? So I kind of just what you brought up. This is something, I don't know if you were on Twitter and see what's going on, but Cardi is being dragged kind of for something that she brought up off the whim. And again, it's just people exerting their opinions on people as people without realizing that they are people.
Welcome to the internet.
Yeah, facts. So
it's a cesspool of streams of consciousness. That's all it is. And there's no value or weight to any of it. Truthfully.
Everyone with their unsolicited opinions. Cardi was like, should I spend $88,000 for this damn purse? Oh my God, it's tempting. I feel like this is one of those hypothetical thoughts that's in our mind. I don't think anyone's opinions on whether she should buy this purse or not mattered at all to her. But the entire internet got highly upset because apparently she didn't read the room, that we are in a panoramic and she shouldn't be spending this much money on a purse that she could clearly afford. I just want to tell y'all out here, because I also got dragged because apparently they said I was defending her. So guess what? What someone else does, if it don't make you shit or make you come, shut the fuck up. And you can keep it to your goddamn self. I know we on here sharing our opinions on things. That's kind of our job at this point, which is also why we try to throw it back to us.
And we're a little hypocritical about it.
We are, just a little bit. But what's crazy is everyone with this fake mad fucking stance on social medias. So y'all are mad at her about to buy an $88,000 purse for herself. But last week, James Harden was friends goals while he spent $100,000 on a watch for another man. Then y'all also dragging motherfucking Meek Mill because he just gave out only $20 to that group of kids, so they all got $4.32 a piece. But
thank you for doing the math.
I'm just saying, you know what I mean? I wasn't accountant back in my day. Yes. But I just feel like you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. We damned if we, have an opinion on something that one person doesn't relate to and the other. But y'all mad at Meek Mill for giving $20. Y'all not mad at James for giving a $100,000 watch to another man. But now y'all mad at Cardi for wanting to buy herself something.
I mean, I think Cardi's just an easy target. You know what I mean? Cardi's an easy target because most of, and we said this a month ago. Most of her displays on social media are flexes. She had a whole shelf.
Is that not what you do though?
Yes, it is. Right. It's a part of the culture. She has a whole bookcase full of Birkins. It's a Birkin bookcase. It's a whole Birkin bookcase. It's several colors, several textiles, several styles, like several sizes. Like, sis has a collection. She can financially afford that. So that's her life. I think she's entitled. I agree with you on that. I think the pocket watching is true because I felt that, to be honest, I felt that way about the Ivy Park drops. I felt like that was the timing of that was a little bit insensitive. It's like you're dropping really dope exclusive pieces and a lot of people.
Well, see, that's what they're saying about Cardi is that she didn't read the room with insensitivity. But I'll be honest,
I get it. But she's very publicly and socially active about her donation. She gave $1 million to her to people on Cash App this year.
And that was my problem too. If you guys look, there was actually one of the people who received $500 from Cardi still jumped in Cardi's mentions and was like, hey, I know you gave me that $500, but you're still very insensitive about wanting this bag.
Well, that's stupid.
And I'm just like, see, you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't.
And that's why I said, like, it's a slippery slope because she's an easy target because she is in the position that she's in. People have unrealistic and stupid ass expectations of her, but I think it's fine. She gives as much as she takes. And if we're being honest, the music industry takes more than it gives. And we'll get into that. We'll get into that in a little bit. But I do want to get into our Freshly Squeezed segment.
All right, let's go, baby. There wasn't a lot of music this week, but I guess here we go. Shout out to Audio Mac, coming through with the
We love y'all, Audio Mac.
It's crazy because there wasn't too much music today.
There wasn't.
I mean, this week
It wasn't a lot.
Y'all know how I give it up. You want to start, or I can start. I mean, we're starting kind of heavy if I start.
I mean, I think we should. You know me. I'm about to give y'all Quiet Storm vibes. It's gonna be some sexy R&B, sexy soulful R&B today, baby. For me, always. So
hey, here I go. I got Lil Baby queued up.
I mean, we need that. Everybody needs a little baby.
Well, speaking of everybody, then, yes, shout out to Lil Baby. He dropped a single this week called Everybody. And Liv wanted me to make sure I do go ahead and shout out the producer for this song. Shout out to Section 8.
Hey.
He is a 19-year-old producer.
Oh, wow.
And
Congrats.
he is out here doing his thing. So y'all, the song that I like and that I'm vibing to this week, as well as being the only goddamn new music I added to my shit, here we go, is Lil Baby. Sounding like Lil Baby.
Lil Baby has had a hell of a year, though. Musically, he's
killing.
He cannot miss.
No.
Honestly. I
No,
love everything
facts.
Lil Baby has put out this year, truthfully.
I be staying on top of them bitches, too.
Listen, quality control, though, Coach K is unstoppable, and I'm happy for him.
Yeah, nah,
Happy
they
for
doing
all
it.
of them.
I just love when they say raunchy shit. I dick her down. Give it to me, Lil Baby. Not literally.
That was the most
not
auntie
literally.
thing ever. Give it to me, little baby.
I might really be an auntie.
Oh, man.
Yeah, but if y'all...
I love this shit, little baby.
It's a bop.
It is.
Oh, wait, is this
feel you.
visuals? Yeah, he got visuals for
He
it
got a video
already.
for it. It's great. I'm finding everybody. That's a mood.
I do. I find it funny he shouted out Lennox. I just want to shout out Lennox for the man in there this weekend who shot himself.
What?
So it was reported that gunshots were heard in Neiman Marcus at Lennox, and come to find out, the person actually just his gun went off in his pants. A Plaxico
What?
Burress moment. Yeah. Goddamn, Lennox, y'all are really turning it into the ghetto.
Lennox been the ghetto, child.
Has it been the ghetto?
Yeah, Lennox been the ghetto.
I mean, I feel like it was like, ooh, I met
Do you know-
Lennox
do you
when I
know-
couldn't really go to Phipps.
The first time
still a
I
little
ever
upscale.
saw a plethora of people with socks and slides outside of the airport
do this.
was at Lennox.
Don't do this. That's a Southern thing to
So-
do. You're Southern shaming right now.
It's not Southern shaming.
We do the slides.
It's not
with the
Southern
socks.
shaming. You can go to Garden State Plaza and I guarantee you, you can go to Green Acres Mall in Queens and they're going to be some, maybe not now because it's too cold. If you out here with socks and slides right now, you playing yourself. But no, that's not a Southern thing.
But Lennox ain't Greenbrier. You expect to see a
Listen.
little bit. Like I don't expect for gunshots to be going off. At
But
Lennox.
what I'm saying is at Lennox, at Greenbrier, you're going to see the UGG. The furry UGG sandal slippers with the socks, as well as the Balenciaga. At Lennox, it's going to be the whole Balenciaga fit. It's going to be the Gucci slide with the Gucci belt, the Gucci jeans with the Gucci print, with all of that at Lennox.
Okay.
And it's giving a stroll. That was the first time really outside the airport that I saw everybody do that. And I was like, oh, this is fire. Everybody comfortable as shit in here. We on parade.
Facts.
It's a brand parade. It's definitely a brand parade at Lennox.
It is.
It's ghetto. I love it. It's great. It's a cultural phenomenon. Shout out to y'all.
I love that apparently I'm an auntie by saying, ooh, give it to me, baby.
Give it to me, little baby.
Let's go ahead and auntie this thing up and get into the quiet storm.
Let's get into the sexy R&B music.
What did you find this week?
Speaking of Atlanta, my good friend LA, it's so funny. He's an Atlanta based and an artist from actually Atlanta as well. He's based in Atlanta and he's from Atlanta. And he's an R&B artist and he released a record this past week with Rick Ross called Fun Fact. And I just love it. He's dope.
I'm already gonna love it.
He's a dope. He's just a really dope, sexy emo art, like sexy emo R&B artist. It's just great. So I'm gonna just get into it right now. I'm just gonna play this for y'all because it's just really good.
I got you with the sexual healing.
Okay. Yes. Yeah.
I like this. You be coming through with the come through, girl.
I need some sexual healing too. Shit. That's some auntie shit too. I can't help it.
Also, he raps and sings.
On occasion, he'll give you some bars. On occasion, he'll give you some bars.
I thought I was about to hear,
Oh no, it's coming. It comes later.
It comes later.
It's usually the middle 8. You know,
by the way,
the bridge.
I wouldn't have known unless Scream Man pulled it up. It's spelled ELHAE. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay, so LA.
Yeah.
Y'all be getting creative out here with these spellings now, don't they?
Yeah.
God damn. Oh, creative asses.
Mm-hmm. Well,
I mean, I added an extra I to Mandii to be cool, but I guess, I'm not as...
I mean, it works. It works.
Mandii with 2 I's, put the respect on me.
Why is that why you did that? Because you just thought it was...
I thought I added a little swag.
Oh.
And people love adding a Y instead. And I'd be like, y'all better respect my name.
I love it. Well, I mean, LA, the reason he spelled it that way, it's an acronym. And it stands for Every Life Has an Ending.
Come on, creativity.
That was
Every life has an ending.
Every life has an ending. Yeah.
Ooh. Mm-hmm. My nickname about to be Urhe. Oh. Every relationship has an ending. And
Jesus Christ.
Facts.
You're in a great relationship. You're happy.
Am, but I know I'm just also like preparing myself for it to end. Because
let's talk about this.
All good things come to an end.
Let's talk about this.
Is that toxic?
Yes. As fuck. And self-sabotaging, self-deprivating. Like, why?
I know. I'm one of those that, unfortunately, I think a lot of women do it. I mean, also because I was a ghoster. It didn't matter how much of a hoe I was. If a nigga pissed me off, I ghosted him. And so right now, being that I am in such a good relationship, I'm like, he just gonna stop answering my texts one day. He just gonna leave. Like, and a part of me has been almost preparing myself because I know that if I'm this high in how I'm feeling, that's how low I'm going to feel when it ends. And so a part of me has been trying to just dead it before I get to where I have to feel a heartbreak. I know. But
that's not toxic. That's a trauma response. That's a trauma response. That's not toxic. I do that. That's really just like, you're afraid. You want to be the one to leave. You don't want to be the one to get left.
Facts.
That's a trauma response.
Facts. And I mean, when we really be liking these,
that's some abandonment shit.
We really want to be here forever. I mean, at least that's how I feel right now.
That's how you feel right now.
I would want to be with him
But
forever.
also, in all fairness to you, though, you've also been the type of person that's not really been interested in long-term, fully committed, monogamous. You're unconventional with your approach to relationships and love, which is great because it works for you. But I think this time around, in taking that chance and taking that leap, it's an exhibit of extreme growth. I think that's extreme growth on your part in evolution.
I also just feel like I'm real quick to call bitches delusional in their relationships. And so to me, I approach relationships with logic. Like, okay,
that's the Libra in you.
All people have seasons. It's gonna end, and when it comes to an end, but also I'm a control freak.
Yes.
Like outside of being a dom and really just wanting to control the bedroom, I'm also just a control freak. So I feel like I want to be in control of my emotions. I want to be in control of when I feel hurt, and I don't want to give that, kind of responsibility or to someone else. I don't want to allow somebody to hurt me. If I'm hurt, I want to be like, all right, bitch, you prepared yourself for this, so you're going to be hurt for a little bit, but then you're going to move on because there's more fish in the sea. And
that's the control.
I kind of pet myself, though, as far as like, all right, don't cry over these niggas. There's mad other ones. You can find someone else. If he treated you well, someone else, his dick is good, but you've had other good dick. And I'm already just prepping myself like, okay, I can find this feeling in someone else. And it's a fucked up way to think, but yeah, I'm already just preparing myself to go through pain and to go through with moving on before that even comes. It sucks. I know. Welcome to the Libra overthinker way of living life.
I mean, it's not terrible. I'm on the polar opposite side of the spectrum. I'm an Aries, so I'm impulsive as fuck. So I'm usually like, okay, everything's on fire, everything's fine. It's like, whatever, we'll figure it out. And it's like, nah, bitch, sit down for a second, think this through, don't get crazy. Like, I react impulsively, so I don't prepare myself for any of that dark shit. I don't prepare myself for it at all. In fact, I'm a happy-go-lucky romantic person, so I'm off the rip, just like, oh my God, this is so great. We're gonna get married and have matching cars and be really cute and in love and romantic, and it may not be that. I'm the person. Right. I'm the girl that falls in love with the idea of love first. Typically,
that's most women.
Yeah, it is.
We get into we'll meet a guy, and we like the idea of him or the idea of what we can be. And I mean,
but I don't like the idea of him. Like, I'm the girl that when I was younger, I thought about my wedding, right? I planned my wedding. I was like, I'm going to get married in a castle, and this is going to be my bridesmaid. These are my bridesmaid colors, and these are my bridesmaids, and this is the type of flower I want. I had all of that shit planned didn't even think about the groom. Like, fuck the groom. He just gonna show up in a suit. I don't give a fuck who he is. Just get up there. Just stand there. Wait for me. Where's the band?
And I think that's the problem with dating, though. We have this idea of a relationship, and unfortunately, we try to make a man fit our idea of the relationship without focusing on, is this man right for me? Do we mesh? Are we good together? And that's where we end up in these toxic back and forths. Or we know a man, we see all the red flags, but we still want this idea of a relationship. So we're gonna make any man, what do you always say? Circle, peg.
Square peg, circle hole.
That. And I think we do that with men, which is why we sit here and we're delusional and we upset ourselves because we're sitting here trying to make a man that doesn't fit the image of a relationship because that's not what he wants. We're different paths.
I don't even think it's necessarily that all the time. I think as women, we're not honest. The reason that, to me, that's that process that you're describing is a byproduct of us not being honest with ourselves first.
Oh, okay.
Right? Like it took... And we talked about this yesterday. We did. We were talking to Rory about relationships, and we had a conversation about failure, the difference between success and failure, and how people respond to it. And he said that he thought failure was his greatest teacher. That fucking things up and getting things wrong and making mistakes was his greatest teacher. And I disagreed with that because I feel like sometimes you can really strategize and prepare. I think experience is the greatest teacher. You don't have to fail in order to learn a lesson. You can just go through a situation and literally be a sponge and collect all the wisdom and knowledge from these circumstances that you can in order to make the best decision. And sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. I think the only time you really fail for real is when you do all that preparation and you still, or when you don't do any of that preparation and you're disappointed with yourself and your own performance and how you showed up. So I think with women, we're not honest with ourselves about what we're really looking for. Like it took me a long time to get to a place where I'm like, I want to be married. I want to be married. I want to be married. I want to have a family, but I'm not tied to the idea of having children necessarily.
Right.
If I have them, I have them. If I don't, I don't. I'm not attached to it. I'm not one of those women that feels like, oh my God, I'm 34. My clock is ticking. You know what I'm saying? I'm not the white rabbit from Alice in Wonderland. I'm not late for a very important date. I'm good. I'm chilling.
I'm also pro-choice, so there's that.
I am too. No,
pull the vacuum out, baby.
No. Oh my God.
Sorry.
Oh my God.
I just say, my bad. I don't want kids either.
How does it always escalate so fast?
I'm sorry, because I really ain't shit.
How do we get from... We can be pro-choice. We don't have to talk about the vacuum. Oh my God.
My bad.
Either way, I'm not one of those women that feels like I need to be defined by that. But at this point, I would never date somebody or be in a relationship with somebody that wasn't considering marriage, that wasn't interested in really running the rapids and taking the journey and taking a trip with me and growing with me at that,
No, you're right.
But I think that's that. If that makes me an auntie, I'm cool with it because, I'm fine.
You know what I mean? Well, shout out LA. Y'all go ahead and add that to your
LA got some good music, so he's definitely a worthy artist to dive down the rabbit hole with and get into his discography because he's got some good shit.
I'm about to dive in. Oh, no. Y'all didn't ask for vocals from me. I don't know why I'm giving. There we go.
We needed that.
Shut me up. God damn it.
They asked for singing. Shit. Had to give him that.
What else you got over there?
All right, so there's another an EP that I stumbled on actually this weekend that I really fuck with by Young Baby Tate.
You know what the Tate is?
Yeah, it's not Taint. Young Baby Tate.
Oh, okay.
Fucking.
I'm sorry. I was like, the Taint is
fucking
like right
DJ,
there.
Fucking DJ 0 to 100 over here, ma'am.
It's right next to your Buddha hole.
Not the Taint. Okay, it's not there. I said Young Baby Tate. Tate.
There we go.
Young Baby Tate.
I took it there.
Yeah, she already trying to get Lil Baby. Now it's Lil Young Baby Tate. Like, we gotta relax, auntie. We gotta relax. No, so Young Baby Tate dropped this EP, and it's called After the Rain. And this joint that I love on it is actually with Black, and it's called Let It Rain, and it's just a fire vibe. And
anything with
Black on it for me is dope. But I just love the whole vibe of this record. I love the musical quality. I love.
Oh, and it's a short project too.
It is
7
an EP.
songs.
It's an EP.
Okay. She got Flo Milli.
Or well, it's an album technically, but I thought it was an EP. Either way, it's fire. So I'm gonna play this Let It Rain track.
I love me some 6 Lack. Shout out to Love Renaissance.
Yeah,
shout them out, man. They dope.
They doing their thing.
Oh my God. I just experienced this.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Just get into the lyrics.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Wait on
it.
This is literally what I was just talking about.
Yes.
No, this is literally
do this shit all over again. I left you alone. Something keeps on pulling me in. I'm caught in your storm.
I love a good song with a man and woman going back and forth.
Their tones just are so complementary to each other.
Just like I really like Black with Sabrina Claudio. Compliment. Bro, this is literally... I literally questioned my entire relationship because I laid in bed one night. He felt a way about something I did, actually something I said on the pod. And he felt like I said it without thinking about him or how he would feel. And when he came and can you believe I started crying because I hurt him? Yes. And
that means you really care.
And so, and I didn't like that feeling.
Of course
Bitch,
not.
I don't like feeling like I care about how I make someone else feel because I move in life kind of like I'm a very selfish person. I'll say that. And that's probably why I don't want kids. Because a purse or Pampers, bitch, give me that purse. I mean, but I am, and I know I'm a selfish person. And so like to experience how like that pain because I hurt the person I'm with so much, I was like, oh no, this shit for the birds. Y'all can have this. Because I laid in bed and I was crying because I was like, I hope I didn't lose him because I made him feel bad. And yeah, this song is that.
Yeah.
These lyrics are that.
Yeah.
And I don't want to feel.
There's tears running down my face because I'm in love with you. It's hard to. And here's the thing, right? I always get mad when people say love is hard. Love itself is not hard. Relationships take work.
Yeah.
But anything takes work. Shit, going to get I have to work to make sure I can get my lashes done, my hair done, my nails done. That takes work. That all takes work. It takes work. It takes work to go to the gym. It takes work to eat right. Mandii over here juicing right now. Sis over here with a hole with baby food, okay? No babies with a bunch of baby food. So it's hard. There are a lot of things in life are hard. You know what I'm saying? A lot of things are challenging. And like we say hard as if it's something that we can't do. Mad shit in life is hard. Like
I think as women though, we want relationships. We want to feel love. And like you said earlier about knowing you, like knowing yourself, I'm not gonna lie, I think there's a lot of me that wasn't prepared to be in a relationship.
Yeah.
Or wasn't prepared to love or give this much to somebody else. And so that's something I'm battling with right now because I'm like, yeah, it's 2020. I want a boyfriend. That's how I started the year with manifesting all of it. And I was like, maybe I'm not ready for this.
But the thing you gotta remember too, and I think we get this fucked up all the time as women, is that just because it's challenging doesn't mean it's not working. Just because it's hard doesn't mean it's wrong. You know
being
what I'm saying?
a hoe was so much easier.
Of course.
That shit easy.
Of course, being single is not. It's kind of hard. Let me be honest with you. It's a lot of work.
But if you
gotta muster up a lot of energy for the roster. You know what I'm saying? The starting five got to get the same. It's like, you know.
But emotionally, you're not as tied. And I'm not going to lie. I think that's the part where it's hard work and it's draining. Like when you a hoe, you out here having fun. Like you're not as inclined to care about someone's feelings or how you're moving and how it's going to affect the next person.
But that's
also easy.
But that's also because there's no accountability for any of those people. When you're in a relationship, being in a relationship, a romantic partnership with someone, you are signing up to be accountable for how you make them feel.
Now that shit is the ghetto.
And here's the thing: you're not responsible for how they feel about everything or their happiness or all of that. What I'm saying is, in a relationship, you're responsible for how you make your partner feel. Ooh. Like to me, that's important. It's an important distinction. And my boyfriend and I talk about that pretty often, actually, because he's like you, very logical, very rational.
Yeah.
And it's like you're upset about something that doesn't make any sense, and I'm looking at him like, you don't have to fucking agree with me, but you hurt my feelings. There's no question mark. There's no ellipsis. There's no period. You hurt my feelings. You can either apologize or whatever. That's it. And you're accountable for how you've made me feel in this moment.
Man, I was such
and that's
a little
hard.
Bitch. I was like,
that doesn't make you a little bitch, though.
I didn't mean to hurt your
It doesn't make you a little
feelings.
bitch. It really just means that you are coming into contact with shit that's unfamiliar to you. And that's okay. That's a perfect sign of growth. That's a beautiful thing to be. That's a beautiful experience to have. At least you're having it with the person. The upside to this, you're having it with the person that actually really cares about you and loves you in the same way. So it's not like you over here one-sided like, oh my God, I'm going to slip my wrist because he don't love me. No, girl, he feels the same way about you. Right. You're actually in a really great spot. This is the safest place for you to feel this way.
It is.
It's great.
And she met him. He cute.
He's cute. He's cute. He tall, child. Scared the shit out of me. Yeah. No, the first time I met him was at a rooftop pool party.
We did a pool party, baby.
And socially distant, to be clear. They did. They had the plexiglass, the buoys in the pool. It was like one person to a quadrant. It was awkward as fuck, the pool itself. But anyway, when he showed up though, he looked like security. My nigga was 6'8", 6'9", and I was like, Mandii, you be climbing that tree? Because you know Mandii little. You know Mandii be in the seat. Mandii legs dangle. She little, so
because my homegirl was like, he gets on top. And I was like, maybe he got to hold himself up.
Like, can you breathe, bro? Like, if he's on top, you're like...
And I'm 5'1".
Like, his face is here, and it's like over. Like,
absolutely.
your face is...
When he's on top, I make out with his chest. I don't see his head at all. It's above me. It's above me now. It's above me now. But no, I know we have one more song to play, and I want to thank you actually for putting me onto her. And she also supports the show a lot. But yeah, good music, and yeah, shout out to Tiffany.
Yes, to Tiffany Red. Did you want to play that, or you want me to play that?
Yeah, if you could play it.
Yeah, I'll play it because Tiffany Red just dropped a project called Call Me Red 2, Volume 2, and she's one of my really good friends, Tiffany Red, and This is a great opportunity to start our actual music conversation. This is not going to be available on Freshly Squeezed only because it's not available to stream. You have to go to Tiffany Red's website in order to purchase this project because she doesn't stream her music. It's only available exclusively for purchase on her site.
She said y'all could keep them pennies.
And listen, well, I mean, and that's a conversation we'll get into in a second. Because she's an incredible songwriter. She's an incredible producer as well. She's a writer. She's an artist. She's brilliant. She's one of my really good friends. And she has this great R&B project and that I wanted to share one of the songs that she has on there called Damn Damn Damn.
So we coming through with the R&B
y'all real quick. We're gonna put y'all on some exclusive shit one time for the one time.
Come on, one time for the one time.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, she did this.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if I know y'all can't hear this on YouTube, y'all gotta come and listen to this so y'all can come and listen to this. Cause y'all gonna have to buy this.
Yep. Damn, 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 damn. Yeah.
Men really be having us in our feelings, child.
Sure do.
I love the music that come out of this shit.
Yeah.
Hurt me. Just hurt me.
Shout out to Tiffany Red, man. That's my girl. I'm really, really proud of her. Really excited about this project. And yes, that brings us to the end of my sharing for Freshly Squeezed.
Yeah,
you have another record though you wanted to play.
Well, I'm gonna play it later on when we get into the topic.
Oh,
yeah, I'll play it later
right.
Because we are gonna be talking about that, and it's actually not new for this week. It came out a couple weeks ago, so I'll play it around there because I think it relates to that a little bit.
It's still kind of new.
It is kind of new. But we'll get to that. I actually want to get into the you kind of about to get into the nitty gritty.
I mean, yeah,
we don't stick to music.
We can stick to music. I had a bunch of people send me videos on Instagram this weekend that were about Teyana Taylor's rant. And she never rants on Instagram. Be clear. She's not one of those artists that gets on and complains about anything or stresses about the industry, whatever. But obviously over the last couple of weeks, especially with the award shows that have taken place and then nominations coming out, a lot of people have been responding negatively to a lot of the winners that we see, but also the nominations that we see, because there's so many artists and so many acts that every year seem to get overlooked and seem to get missed, right?
Right.
And Teyana basically said that she was going to take a step back from music and retire from creating music for a multitude of reasons, all of which are valid. But the main one that I think she really harped on was the fact that she, from a creative standpoint, feels completely drained and underappreciated and overlooked by not just the label, but even by her fans. And that she needs to take a step back from that creatively so that she can maintain her sanity, her peace, her mental health, her emotional health, and really focus that energy on being a mother to her 2 kids. So, I think there's a lot to be said about the music industry, and we have a lot of offline conversations about it all the time. But and I posted something either on Thursday or on Friday. It was one of the days, because I was reviewing. Obviously, Spotify sends all the wrapped up stuff, all the wrapped up artist stats for the end of the year, and looking at all the streams, I was like, wow, that's amazing. I had over 1 million streams this year, and I haven't released music in almost 2 years.
Right.
So to kind of have that recap it's great. You know what I'm saying? It's a little bit of an ego stroke, but the other side of that is too understanding how little money is made from those streams as an artist is the part that's really painful, right? So, I posted something on my story about the percentages per stream that we get from each platform. And for Spotify in particular, I did the numbers because Spotify is the one that sends us the artist rap. They're the ones doing the most animated, colorful recap for all the artists. And so I just decided to do the math and multiply.
Come on, accountant.
Based on the streams, based on my 1.5 million streams, I made $28.64.
Get the entire fuck out of here.
And so, right. So,
oh wow.
I say that to say, as an artist, that is actually the main reason why artists like Tiffany Red don't stream music. Because at the end of the day, the only way that they can really see any revenue from music is to exclusively sell it directly to the fans. There's no distribution. There's no distribution in between. There's no liaisons. There's no middlemen, right? It's direct line between the artist and the fans.
As an accountant, Teyana did post her numbers as well. She got 162.8 million streams with Spotify. Just to put that into numbers as well, about $4,500.
Correct.
Is what she saw from Spotify, which is
as a female artist, and she highlighted that, she went back and doubled down on what she said initially on her live and said, you have to think about, as a female artist, how much things actually cost. How much it costs to actually do a shoot.
Your makeup.
Like looking at the art, just the art that's on this Spotify post for this artist rap. I guarantee you $4,500 probably only paid the photographer or only paid the hair and makeup artists, if that. And so it's really expensive. The maintenance of being an artist is really expensive. And I know a lot of people that have worked with her that she pays the full rate for.
Right.
And she honors artists in that way. So it's kind of like, from that perspective too, it is easy to feel slighted when you do give 150% to what you're doing, and you are committed and passionate in every area of your art. She writes, she dances, she choreographs, she directs, you know what I mean? She's doing all of these things with help, obviously, with a team, but it's her team. She has to hire them. She has to pay them. And, we've seen a lot of talk about being a boss and being, starting your own company and being an entrepreneur. Part of what that means is you pay everybody else before you get paid.
Right.
And you're an entrepreneur, so you know firsthand when you need assistance for stuff, you got to pay them. When you need somebody to design something for you, you got to pay them. When you want to have products that you got to buy them. When you want to have ingredients for what you do, all of that stuff costs money. To be an entrepreneur, to be an artist costs money. And as an artist, speaking as an artist, I can understand sometimes it costs more than it's worth.
I do want to say though, like, to me, I'm listening to her, and if music is her passion, I'll be honest, the person that I kind of just immediately related to her as far as a man is Wale. Mm-hmm. A lot in her rant was that she wanted her flowers. That it's almost like she just wants the acceptance or approval from her peers and wants the accolades of the awards. And to me personally, with this podcast, I don't give a fuck if other podders don't see me as a top person. I know I got my fans, but she also has fans. So a part of me is just like, what part of passion, if you could just say you're leaving a passion because you don't feel appreciated in the space, I don't give a fuck about feeling appreciated by my peers or anything else. I'm doing a passion, and this is what I love to do. So a part of me even questions how much music is her passion. Because I'll be honest, yes, she only put out 2 albums, and maybe you could speak to more of that.
She's put out 3 albums. This album that she released this year was
15 years.
She's put out a couple other mixtapes. She's been on other people's projects as well. She's done a lot of the groundwork herself, and I think, and she's been in the spotlight for the most part for the latter part of 15 years. So I just think that in general, when thinking about flowers, and I have to say this as it pertains to fans, right?
Yeah.
Fans all the time will interact with you on social media and say things like, "Oh, we want new music. Oh, we would love to hear new music." When we release new music, a lot of the times y'all don't like it. Even if we feel like it's great, y'all may not like it. Y'all may not come to the shows. I put out an EP last year, and I had a bunch of people hit me up online like, "Listen, we just want to hear new music. We don't want to see you on Love and Hip Hop. We just want new music." I booked shows and they did not sell out. I had shows where people would hit me up and be like, "Yo, I can't wait to see you. Can't wait for the show. When are you coming to this city? When are you coming to that city?" I'm calling promoters. My team is calling promoters from that city. And it's like, well, let's gauge the interest. Let's see if we can get anybody to da-da-da-da. People we're not buying tickets to my shows. So all those fans who talk about new music or a week or 2 after I release a single or release an EP, somebody's like, "Yo, we need new music." Are you even a fan for real? Because I just dropped some shit last week. So what are you talking about?
She was calling the fans out when she went on live.
There was a lot of there was a lot of fans capping online about wanting new music and wanting to hear. But when it comes time to really show up and really support and really show love and buy the merch and go to the shows, y'all are not doing that. Y'all are not even really buying the music. Y'all are streaming it. And I just told y'all 1.5 million streams is worth $28. Which is not even that doesn't even cover gel polish at the nail salon. So $28 is not going very far, and that's not to say that that she's ungrateful or that I'm ungrateful, but at the same time, the demand on an artist to constantly give, it's not the part of the creation process is rewarding. The distribution and the connecting with our fans is what's rewarding. The actual industry takes more than it gives. Hands down. And at the end of the day, when it comes to flowers and wanting flowers, same thing goes for Wale. It's actually less about the accolades and more about the acknowledgement. And I think as artists, she made a comment about female empowerment as well. There's a lot of female execs in the generation above mine, the one that came before me, that blocked a lot of opportunities for other women, for a lot of the up and coming women. There are women, the women in my generation are the ones now that are much more proactive about, making sure that we're in the conversations, that we're being pitched for different content opportunities, that we're at the forefront of nominees for whatever, or consideration for. There's a lot of women, a lot more women now in our generation, but the ones that were in charge when we first started releasing music, they didn't give a fuck about us. They weren't checking for us. And on top of that, they would smile in our faces and smile in everybody else's faces like, "Yeah, female empowerment." Nah, bitch,
and that's
not really.
The thing too. I'm sure there were women in the room. I'm not sure exactly. I think she's at Def Jam. She said that I've asked them niggas to drop me over 10 times.
Correct.
So she did want to even try. She wanted to go the independent route. She wanted to be let loose from her contract, and they pretty much held her hostage. And she said, the marketing budget that I have, I don't even think they were spending it. Like, they weren't putting the effort into her, and she called it the machine. And that's kind of where I wanted to ask you too, because you were a part of, without getting too much into that, but you were kind of in front with a machine behind you that you also felt didn't utilize to put you in the spaces that you needed to.
I agree.
That frustration you felt from her as well?
100%. And again, I go back to my point that I made last week about the one thing that trumps talent and hard work is timing. And if you're a part of a situation, if you're a part of a label, if you enter the industry a certain way, your entry point, depending on who is introducing you, the timing has a lot to do with that. And I think for Teyana especially, she has had to work her ass off to create those opportunities and those moments for herself, because those moments haven't been provided for her as an artist. You know what I'm saying? It's like when good music was at its peak and doing the most, they were pushing Big Sean, they were pushing Pusha T. Kanye was in his bag. You know what I'm saying?
He was an artist. He was pushing himself.
You know, the last few years where Teyana has made really incredible bodies of work, R&B and soul wise, there wasn't a lot of support and synergy behind what she was doing. And I think that's a timing issue. For me, it was a timing issue. As much as you know, everybody can look back and be like, oh, you were signed to Jay-Z and you were on Roc Nation. I was the first artist on Roc Nation. Roc Nation was still an independent label.
This Subtle Flex is brought to you by Hold on, say that shit again. Who was you, bitch? Who was you? Give it to him. I need it one more time. Give it to him.
Oh my God.
She said I was the first artist on Roc Nation.
I was.
Talk your shit.
And at the time, it was an independent label. It was not. I think people think that just because you have a cosign or you have a big name behind you, that you automatically are going to walk into the room and it's fucking Publishers Clearinghouse and they give you a check with confetti and balloons and they just let you fucking run wild and free. That's not how it works. And at the end of the day, I think Teyana made a really valid point about the fact that no matter who you're signed to, if they don't prioritize you, it doesn't matter. And so you can make great music. There's plenty of artists that make great music that never sees the light of day. But we can't, I mean, if the climate isn't ripe for it, or the people in charge and the gatekeepers don't feel like it's strong enough, they're not gonna push it. And I can relate to that. I didn't feel like I got the support that I needed, but I also think the timing was wrong. I also think it was a lack of resources. It was a lack of knowledge on my part and wisdom on my part. And I think now, having the experience that I have, the music industry has broken my heart time and time again. The music industry has broken Teyana's heart time and time again. Because at the end of the day, you can't ask an artist who gives their all to a project, to a process, not to take all that shit personally. Because at the end of the day, what the expectation is for artists to show up and play politics and be as exposed as possible and still not take things personally, it's a tall order. It's a really hard ask. And I didn't think of it that way. And I respect her for wanting to take a step back, because now she's a mother of two. She's a wife. She's got other things. The great thing about Teyana is she is a jack of all trades.
She really is.
So no matter what, even if she decides to never make another song for the public again, she's going to be directing videos. She's going to be continuing with her fitness line, I'm sure, continuing to choreograph and be out here as an incredible dancer. She's got a lot to offer as an artist. And so I applaud her for being honest about where she's at emotionally and mentally. And I support her. I know her personally. I love TT. She's the shit. So whatever she wants to do.
Nah, okay. Well, I don't really have much to say about this there, because God damn, you gave it to her.
I hope she doesn't retire from the music industry, because she makes really good music.
I was about to say, outside of her making really good music, I think I became a fan after seeing her perform. Mm-hmm. So she's one of those that gets your respect after you actually see her live, and the energy and you could see the passion on stage from Teyana. Yep. And I think that, unfortunately, of course, with this pandemic, a lot of people aren't going to be able to experience her in that way. But I think after seeing her live is where I appreciated who she is as an artist more than anything. So shout out to
we love you, TT.
To Teyana. I guess so. We gonna get into
more Freshly Squeezed?
A little bit. A little bit. So the person, but real quick, I do want to shout out to Audio Mac too, because this is leading us out of Freshly Squeezed.
Yes.
But into another topic, baby.
Woo! We love a segue, honey.
You feel me though? So let me play this song real quick.
Okay. Put us on, honey. Put us on.
So this is called Situations. It is by... Y'all hear the whisper already, so y'all might know who it is, what her whispering is. But Danny Lay, she dropped a project a couple weeks ago, actually, and we didn't really talk about it. But she has a song called Situations. I think a lot of us have been in things called situations.
Yeah.
And this is just one of those vibes. A man loves to tell you you tripping or tweaking, huh? Baby? Da baby? Is that what she's talking about?
Oh, she don't give a damn about nothing.
This is exactly what this is.
Clearly. Yeah.
But can you trust him?
She loves the way he loves her.
Right. Come on. Buying her things she like. That's why she ain't getting rid of that baby leg. I mean, the baby.
What?
Sorry. So y'all, let's go ahead and talk about it. Y'all have seen the blogs. DaniLeigh is out here showing off her man, honey.
She's in love. I love love. I just love love.
I just love how love makes us look so stupid.
We be looking
dumb as fuck.
Yo, why we let ourselves look so dumb? Why do we do this? Because I've definitely looked this dumb.
Listen.
I have for sure looked this dumb over a man. Why?
So DaniLeigh, she's been on and off, back and forth. Her project movie was actually released shortly after she apparently wasn't claiming the baby anymore. This is during the time she was dropping all the thirst traps. Like, nigga, I'm moving on. I'm fine. But she recently decided to post the baby all over her goddamn gram. The story, the feed post.
Yeah.
And I thought I had a take about this, but you know what?
But after our love talks.
After I realized I done been this dumb before.
Yeah.
I think a lot of us are dumb, not only when the dick is good, but you expect her to just give up a millionaire. Nigga, we be taking y'all broke niggas back time and time again.
Damn, for love too.
Y'all know so the baby, why we think she looks stupid, is the baby has also, in between being claimed by B. Simone and every other bitch out here, constantly goes back to his baby mom, Mimi. And Mimi still openly claims the baby. I don't know, I guess. Listen, I wanted to come in here and be like, oh, she's so dumb, but bitch, we dumb. We do this. We do this.
We love love.
I had a man.
We love good dick. We just dumb.
We love being stupid.
We just be dumb.
And I guess niggas get the W for this because we be taking L's left and right.
We do.
Let me tell you about this one time I was real dumb. And this is why even my boyfriend right now, I don't want to post because you just never know how these niggas is moving when they not with you.
Bad mind. In the words of Olivia, bad mind. A lot of people out here got bad mind and they not gonna wish you well. They don't want to see you happy, not for too long.
So, oh shit, I'm still playing Danny.
Yeah.
So let me tell y'all. So, and this is why I'll never do it again, which is why I give her mad credit. I posted, this was maybe a year or two ago, this man that I was dealing with, and I knew he was community. I knew he was a hoe. And I was fully acceptant of his hoe ways and the fact that he had other girls because I had so much feelings for him, and the dick was inconsistent, but it was good when it was good.
Yeah.
And so I let him know we was going back and forth. I was like, well, we back talking now. I'm gonna post you. And he was like, you could post me. And I posted him with a hashtag mine, right? So I went on his Instagram feed. I was like, let me get one of these pictures where he looked fine, right? Grabbed one of the pictures from the gram, posted it with the hashtag mine. Of course, like, his old teammates was hitting me like, oh, so y'all back fucking with each other, that. And I was like, he ain't going nowhere. Looking stupid. Me sounding stupid as fuck. So I post this picture, and so I also knew at the same time he was still fucking with this other bitch, because about the length of time he was fucking with me, I knew of one other consistent bitch that, they was up and down. And nigga, I ain't gonna ask you if you're up or if you're down with the next bitch because I don't care. You're mine. The boy is mine.
Oh, dear.
So I was goofy because, bitch, why the one picture I picked to post of this nigga is the picture this bitch took of him. so she hop in the comments like, so she's
like, wait, so she out here patrolling.
Like, she's like,
patrol.
She's like,
hold on, bitch.
Sis, this is cute and all that, you want to claim my nigga, but can you not post the picture that I took of him? And I was like,
salty.
Me looking stupid as fuck.
Big salt.
Me looking stupid. So I called that nigga like, you just ain't shit. So y'all good now? And I was just like, really? Am I mad because I knew she was or was not in the picture? But this was
I don't think you were mad about. Here's the thing, right? We don't be mad And this is the part
I archived that picture like with the quickness.
This is the part that fucks me up, right? Because I was fucking with somebody that was community dick too for a minute, and he tried to make me feel like it wasn't the situation, and I was like, baby, I know you for everybody. It's cool. It is what it is. Just understand, two can play that game. I'm grown.
But why do we fall for niggas that are for everybody?
Because we don't mind being dumb. We just don't want to look dumb.
Ooh, okay.
We don't mind being dumb. Like, we could show up and be stupid. I'm gonna be stupid with you. Like, I've been stupid with a man and looked him dead in his face, made eye contact and didn't blink like, yo, I'm dumb. I'm really dumb, for real. So stop making me look dumb. Just let me be dumb right here with you and me. Stop making me look dumb in front of these other hoes. Like, let me just be dumb right here.
You are really dumb. And that's us. That's us.
You know what I'm saying? Like, let me just be dumb with you. Like, everybody don't have to know that I'm being dumb. I'm gonna just be dumb. Like, let's let that be our business. Like, why do I gotta be everybody else's business? Now you got me on the internet looking dumb. For these strangers, for these arbitrary, unsolicited, unqualified ass fucking people, I gotta look dumb. Don't do that. Don't do me like that.
And I'll be honest, I also wanted to give it to her. Like, she young. She'll grow out of it. No. Bitch, we be looking dumb, old as hell. Bitch, I'm in my 30s. You in your 30s.
We
probably
are
gonna look dumb for the rest of our lives.
We still have looked dumb in our 30s.
But no, that's why I ain't posting my nigga. Because what he do when he not with me, I really don't know. We have our communication, but I don't want to look dumb. So you know what? Let me just go ahead and be happy without knowing what else is going on.
I posted a couple times on my story subtly, just to kind of just so that people know he exists, so that it's not like my imaginary friend. Like, yeah, I be out with my imaginary boyfriend, because I don't want to be one of those girls that pops out with all the great photos or the great vacay pics and this dope ass content, and everybody's like, who the fuck is taking these pictures? Like,
and you know what? I don't give a goddamn shit about that shit. Like,
but I'm also
even like, I'm not gonna be the one to post my nigga's shoes or my nigga's wrist. Like, I think that shit is corny. If you gotta post an emoji over your nigga,
nah,
you just know he for the streets.
It's
not
emoji.
worth it.
But like for me, it's more so. It's always been some random ass funny moment that we'll be having, or like date night. Like, babe, look at this shit. We got a whole movie theater to ourselves. This shit is crazy. This is the middle of COVID. Like, it's moments like that. It's never like, oh, subtle flex, matching watches. Like, I'm not into that type of shit. I think that's corny. But
I guess it's also crazy because this is maybe why for a long time I didn't want to deal with older guys, because a lot of times, broke or rich, the baby mama she not going nowhere. And the problem is, I think even with Mimi, she's fine with being the baby mom that is there in between all of these other public ass relationships, because I think she still wants that man.
Do you think that men always go back to their baby mamas?
Even if it's not relationship wise, sexually, I think a lot of men do. I think it's one of those where even we have the pride of being, man, that nigga ain't going nowhere. A man knows when we not going nowhere. Like, a lot of times we don't sit here and define, if you have a boundary and that man crosses it and you take him back, it's no longer a boundary.
Right.
So I think once a man will push and see how much you gonna put up with. And the problem is, as women, we put up with a whole lot of bullshit.
Right.
Because when we really like you, we gonna take you, your flaws, your demons, how you make us look stupid, because we still are hoping to see the good in you.
See, I've grown past that. The minute you make, I've grown past that. Well, because I already did that. I looked stupid on national television with somebody that I'm not with anymore. So now I'm really not looking stupid for nobody else. The minute you make me look stupid, because to me, right, there's levels to disrespect. I feel like the most ideal partnership for me is one that's not really centered around love, but around respect. I would rather you respect me before you love me, because if you respect me, that doesn't waver. That's an absolute moment. Either you respect me or you don't. Either whether we're together or we're not together, if you respect me, you're gonna move a certain way when it comes to me. You're gonna protect me if you respect me. If you just love me and you don't respect me and we not together no more, you might talk crazy about me. You might come out your face and say some wild shit about me or share my business with somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you don't respect me, you know what I mean? I feel like respect needs to come above that. And I feel like now I'm in a place where if I communicate some shit with you, I'm only going to do it but so many times. And if I feel like you don't respect me, then it's over. It's a wrap.
I will say one thing that I will give kudos to Danny with her young self on doing. She's literally just posting like, the baby, this my nigga, what's up? And the baby mom has responded with a story and was basically pretty much like, was this a month ago? And posted a picture of her and the baby. So I do like that Danny isn't responding to the baby mama like, if this your nigga, it's my nigga too. And you just gonna see that this is both of our niggas.
And you know what? Nobody's saying anything to the baby about how he's moving. Ooh. And that's problematic for me too. How y'all mad at Danny Lay? How y'all mad at her? That's not, she ain't got a baby mama. She not being messy with her shit. She's out here claiming a man. He moving foul.
Double standards.
So nobody's commenting about him and being like, damn, he's trash for playing. You out here playing the mother of your children. Again, what it comes down to for me is respect. There's a lack of respect for both women on this.
You just brought that up too, and it's crazy because it's the same way people judge Lori for doing the things she's doing.
But no
one talks about Future and how he's treating all these women and not being upfront. Or even the fact that Lori was out here dating Trey. Trey got a whole nother bitch pregnant while they were together. And everyone is just talking about how many bodies Lori has, but not the fact that a lot of these niggas have either disrespected the relationship that they had, and nobody's looking at the men and they toxic ass public actions.
Correct.
But they coming to judge the goddamn women. That's why, you know what? Larsa for 2021. I'm here for Larsa. Go ahead and embarrass these niggas. Embarrass Scotty. And sit here and do. I'm sorry. No, because now that I think about it, I don't give a fuck. Nah, because of course, okay, we could all sit here and say, oh my God, she's embarrassing herself. But you know what? These niggas constantly embarrass us.
They do.
And guess what? We sit here and we get called stupid for their actions.
I just don't see the point.
Fuck that shit. Go ahead, Larsa.
I just don't see the point. Like,
Larsa, DM me. I got some more niggas that'll slang that NBA dick for you, baby.
I just feel like, sis, for what? My thing, that to me, that's the difference, right? Danny Lay not nobody's wife. She not out here with somebody else's whole name.
Fact.
A whole you still run around with other niggas and you got your husband's, you still got his name, sis.
Right.
What are you doing?
Okay.
That's my issue. That's my gripe. It's like, if y'all got some private shit going on, cool. Y'all want to be messy in private, do your thing in private. This shit is messy publicly because, I mean, they single or they not single. They not single, but they not together. They for everybody. Everybody is for everybody.
I think that's exactly what it is. Well, at the end of the day,
that's normal. That's normal.
That's
That's normal for them, and that's why they don't care. Which is, I mean, more power to them. I feel bad for women who fall in love in these situations, and then it's just a trap. They just get caught in the web, and they're paralyzed and they can't move. And now it's like, now you just stuck, and then we end up committing to it and staying longer than we know we should because we want to try to look better. And we want to take some of the time to redeem ourselves, and it's like, nah, we already look dumb.
Every relationship has an ending.
Let's just leave it here. We look dumb.
You know what I mean?
Oh,
I'm just saying.
I'm happy I don't look dumb no more, but my nigga knows at this point. The minute you make me look dumb, it's over for me.
And see, I think that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to control looking dumb. Like, I just ain't gonna post my nigga
because there's levels, right? There's levels.
Right.
If to me, being dumb, at least that's my business. That's our business. You're not gonna have me out here taking L's in public. I'm not taking no more public L's in a relationship.
Yeah, because you did that.
Don't play with me.
You did that already, Bridget.
I did. Don't play with me. And the only L's I'm taking at this point are lessons.
Oh, that's so cute. Look at you, bars. Is this bars for you?
Thanks to my therapist, Sarita, for that.
Well, I guess we about to get out of here. Did you watch anything on the TV?
Power is back. Ghost is back.
Really?
Yeah, that was the only thing that was on TV.
Yeah, I'm good on that. You know, I'm into my reality show, My Housewives.
Yeah, you were watching your Housewives.
I love it. Real Housewives of Atlanta came back, minus Nene, which I do miss. I like me some messy Nene.
Atlanta was always the more exciting one anyway.
I've also noticed just how maybe regular the girls on Potomac are. They just don't have the wealth as I'm getting from the other Housewife franchises. But the reunion comes next week. I just like that. That's kind of all I've really watched. Oh, actually, we've talked about it. If you guys have not seen it yet, especially for shout out to all of y'all who listen to us at your desks or those of you who are forced to work from home for the rest of the year. Industry's great show. I finished it. It's only 8 episodes, but I got into it. And Industry is so good because it shows kind of when you get into these corporate settings, just the dynamics of how women use sexuality to go up the ranks. You see how people almost disengage with that because it's every man for themselves. You see how people feel as minorities. You have an Asian man and a black woman. Like, we have to be better than the people who can do things average. And I'm not gonna lie, when I worked at a Big Four, I was like,
what's a Big Four for those of
so Big Four?
Unfamiliar?
I worked at Ernst & Young. I can say that. So it was it's one of the top 4 accounting firms. And before that, I worked at a very large.
I feel like we needed an
bank.
air horn. I don't have an air horn.
Oh, I can give my little self
an air horn,
baby. Oh,
I worked at Ernst & Young. This subtle flex is brought to you by.
Go ahead. Let me give it to him.
Subtle
Hold on,
flex.
Let me play it again.
Subtle flex is brought to you
y'all know
by.
I'm not a DJ, but here we go. Did that shit. But no, so I worked there, and a part of me, I saw a lot of my white counterparts.
Yeah, moving on.
The whites, I call them crackers on my other show. But them folks, I'm sorry, I'm from Florida. We call them crackers. I love you, Parks. But no, like being in that corporate setting, you really have to, specifically as a Black woman or a minority, you already feel that you only got hired because you know the company had to meet their fucking quota on us.
Right.
But then we have to show up on time. Our work has to be spectacular. We're going against people that we do oftentimes feel handed their promotions.
Right.
Or handed the roles that they get because of this.
Mm-hmm.
And
also because you're a woman. That also plays a
I
part.
really enjoyed watching it. Another part that the fact that she was in this financial firm with her fucking box braids, I'll share.
Yep.
I actually cried during my internship at the investment bank. I was going to Miami for a weekend and I just wanted 2 braids. And I was the only Black person on my team, a team of 13 people. I was the only Black one. And I went to my senior manager and I in tears was like, so I'm going to Miami, but I really want these braids. And I just want to know if it's okay to wear braids in my hair in the office. And mind you, my mom is white. We've kind of talked on it. I know this can be long. I don't want to keep us here too long, but a lot of my friends worked in the strip clubs, bottle service, things like that. I didn't have anyone to really talk to
in the corporate world.
In the corporate world, as I'm coming up in corporate, on what kind of hairstyles are okay. I already go in there and you get in this. This is how I'm talking in corporate.
Correct.
So I also just didn't want the stereotypes of my hair being in braids. And so to see this show, to see a Black girl be the main character,
and it also takes place.
braids,
it also takes place in London, which I thought was really interesting because we always talk about how in your face racism is here. Racism is very subtle in the UK. It's very subtle, and it doesn't always come across in regular day-to-day conversation necessarily. You see it as it plays out, like you said, in these scenarios under these circumstances where, a little white girl who's pretty and seems to be, objectified in the office is going to get a shot and going to get an actual shot outside of this internship.
And literally all she did was bring salads the whole damn time.
All she did was bring salads and coffee and send pictures of her breasts, which by the way are exposed a lot in this show.
Yeah.
And send pictures of her breasts to a coworker, to another intern. So watching that, I think, it's a fantastic show. It's definitely worth the watch. Shout out to the actors in the show as well, because they did a phenomenal job. And like you said, there's only 8 episodes, but it is a great show. Something else that I did watch this weekend, and I meant to say, Small Acts on Amazon Prime Video.
Up.
Yes, I watched the 3rd episode last night, and it's incredible. It's a really, really great show. I recommend everybody watch that as well. It's on Amazon Prime Video. And and every episode is a separate story. So each episode kind of covers something, a family or a friend situation that takes place in a Caribbean community in London during the I don't want to say the uprising. I don't like the word uprising, but during the era of the introduction of the Black Panther movement in London, in the 70s. And so I think it's a really dope show.
I'll do that next because I currently don't have a show. Well, guys, I am gonna leave out of here with the most auntie song I can think of.
Come on, the most auntie song ever. I know you